Elimination Chamber, I just got done watching it, and I want to start with how the show started. First, it was for the World Heavyweight Championship, Alberto Del Rio versus The Big Show, because actually most of my complaints of the pay-per-view was that some of these matches needed a better stipulation. Because the first time these two wrestled, it was the Last Man Standing match. In fact, they had two Last Man Standing matches on SmackDown and at the Royal Rumble. So it's like, alright, let's have them have a regular, normal match. It was a decent match. He did fuck up that one Integuri kick, but he came back, did it again, got the Big Show to tap out some way, somehow. And I have to be honest, I was sitting there waiting for like Big Show to knock out Alberto, and then maybe Dolph cash in Money in the Bank, but it never happened. Next match, United States Championship, Antonio Cesaro versus The Miz. I was glad that this time this match happened on the pay-per-view because last month it was on the pre-show. I wasn't that much of a fan of how the match ended. I guess it was just to not have Miz lose again. The way how he kicked him and then Miz landed on his balls and got disqualified. Elimination Chamber, only one Elimination Chamber match for tonight, and it's not for any of the titles. The winner becomes #1 contender for WrestleMania. Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Jack Swagger, Randy Orton. First of all, I didn't care for Jack Swagger's new entrance theme song. Like, why did they change it? And if you're gonna change it, why make it just a generic, forgettable type song? I honestly didn't know who would win. I kind of thought Mark Henry, especially when he came in there and he was dominating. He eliminated both Bryan and Kane, which I was a little disappointed because I'm like, why didn't you just have Kane and Daniel Bryan eliminate one or the other? He gets RKO'd, he gets eliminated. I thought that was great. Randy Orton eliminates Jericho, and I was thinking Randy Orton's going to win, and then he gets rolled up by Swagger, and Jack Swagger wins? Really? Really? Who predicted that? I'd love for you to show me the person who predicted Jack Swagger to win the match. I'm not necessarily pissed. I just think it's really random, and I don't think I'm gonna care that much about Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger at WrestleMania for the world title. I appreciate that they're putting different faces in a WrestleMania world title match. I wish it was Jericho versus Dolph. I was actually hoping that would happen tonight, that would get set up, but no. Then we get the 6-man tag team match. Super Cena, Sheamus, and Ryback versus The Shield. And I initially was a little bored by this match. I was thinking that this match should have had a special stipulation. But it's like, alright, we have a generic 6-man tag. How many times do you see 6-man tag matches on Raw and SmackDown every week? The only thing about this is that we're seeing Shield wrestle. And it's like, you have Sheamus start the match, who's only in there for like less than a minute. Then Cena gets in there. Cena tags in, does 3 of his 5 moves of doom. I'm like, really? As soon as he gets tagged, he does 3 of his main moves, because that's all he can do. Then it spends like 20 minutes with Cena getting beat up, so I'm like, great. You have Cena in this match for all this time, like hogging all of the spotlight, and it's... even when he gets beat up during a match, he's still annoying. How does that happen? I will give WWE credit though. They let Shield win this match. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they let Shield beat 3 of the top baby faces of WWE, and they beat them cleanly. Granted, I don't think they should have had them beat Ryback, because, oh yeah, of course, Cena's not going to get pinned because he's going to Mania and he's the face of the company. Just because he won the Royal Rumble and he's main eventing WrestleMania doesn't mean he can't lose a match beforehand. I remember back in 2001, Steve Austin won the Royal Rumble and he was going to Mania. But the pay-per-view before Mania, at No Way Out, he lost to Triple H in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So it's like, you can't have someone lose a match before Mania. It's not unheard of, but you just can't have Cena lose, right? The reason why I didn't think Ryback should have lost is because Ryback had a lot of momentum just a few months ago. In fact, I thought he was going to be WWE Champion, and just now, you look at him now, kind of sucks. Then Dolph comes out and complains he's not on the show. That obviously makes a bonus match versus Kofi Kingston. I was just like, alright, a filler match. It was kind of obvious that Dolph was going to win. I appreciated that Big E Langston got more physically involved during the match and even after the match. Divas title match, Caitlyn defending against Tamina. I honestly didn't give that much shit about this match. If it wasn't for Caitlyn, I would have just tuned out. I love Caitlyn a lot, and I like that she's champion. But Tamina is just, she bores me. She really does. I don't understand why they keep trying to push Tamina, because no one cares. She can't really wrestle all that well, and she's like so boring on the mic, it's ridiculous. Thank God Caitlyn won, and thank God it was a quick match. When they showed the Divas backstage watching the match, I'm like, that's the Divas roster nowadays? Fuck. That brings us to our main event. WWE Championship match, The Rock defending against CM Punk. If Rock gets counted out or disqualified, he loses the belt. I don't know why Vince McMahon would agree to that, especially if he was gonna fire Paul Heyman, but then he's gonna just listen to Paul Heyman's suggestion and go with it. It really makes no sense. But it did create some drama as far as, you know, will Punk win and how will he win? Even though I did think it was a foregone conclusion that Rock was going to win the match. The match was okay. I mean, it was good. It's just, I don't understand why Punk had to dominate the match. I wish it was a little bit more back and forth. The referee gets knocked out, so you're assuming something big is going to happen. But no, just the second referee gets, like Punk rolls on his ankle and the referee's all hurt. And then the other referee comes in, rock bottom, Rock gets the win. Little anticlimactic. I was expecting more of a bigger end to the finish, but whatever. Like I said, then of course they're already hyping Rock versus Cena 2, this time for the title at Mania, as if anyone gives a shit. Yeah, once in a lifetime, but we're just gonna do it again a year later. Yeah, it's definitely once in a lifetime, you lying motherfuckers. Anyways, I'm, as you can tell, not looking forward to Rock and Cena again at WrestleMania. I really couldn't give a shit. That's my thoughts on Elimination Chamber. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the show and what you're thinking of WrestleMania so far. Honestly, I'm not that impressed just yet. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!